10 common FAQs about savings you should know. According to a recent CNBC story, the average American home only had $11,700 in savings, while 29% of households have $1,000 or less. We should increase our savings and improve our financial stability for a variety of reasons, including retirement savings and saving for a particular long or short-term objective. In this video, we'll go over the fundamentals of savings, such as the recommended amount of savings, your savings rate, and the purpose for which you should actually be setting money aside. Question 1. What classifies as savings? Savings can take many different forms. Some individuals perceive their savings to be limited to the funds in a savings account, but there are additional savings to take into account. Savings, in actuality, refers to whatever money you have laid aside waiting to be utilized at a later time. Savings under this definition includes both contributions to retirement account and financial investments. Savings can also be defined as any payment that enhances your long-term financial situation. Debt repayment is now a further option that is available. After all, by paying off your debt, you eliminate both your dependency on your creditors and the associated interest fees. In short, savings can be any or the following: savings account, retirement funds, investment, debt repayment. Question 2. How can I save if I never have any money left over at the end of the month? The fact that you don't have no money left over at the end of the month, let alone any money to make those savings contributions, is a predicament that many people frequently find themselves in. Nevertheless, the issue itself provides the answer. I never have any money left over at the end of the month. If you put off saving money till the end of the month, other costs will take precedence. Any payment you permit to be made earlier in the month will obviously have a higher chance of being purchased because there is a higher likelihood that money is still available. Whereas the later in the month you allow a payment to be paid, the less likely it is that there will be any money left over. Hence, in order to start saving, you must change your behavior. Start accumulating funds for savings at the beginning of each month and make this one of your initial payments. Then, with whatever is left, you must make ends meet while staying within your means. By flipping the list, you can make sure that you both reach your savings goals and stick to your spending limit for the remainder of the month. Before we go on, if you are new to this channel, please click the subscribe button below. Question 3. But currently, interest rates are terrible. Interest rates are actually quite low right now, usually much lower than inflation. Nonetheless, there are various advantages to maintaining your savings rate. When you have an emergency fund, you can use it without having to borrow money or incur debt. Cash is king, and having some money on the right hand always is a major source of peace of mind. If you want to invest money and get higher returns, consider investing it or increasing your retirement savings instead of putting it aside in a savings account. Then, if you don't want your money to lie idle in a savings account, you can also utilize it to pay off your debt more quickly. You can prevent the accumulation of interest payments in this method. Question 4. How much should I save per month? You should save as much as you can and wish to each month. But a typical response to this question is to save 20% of your net income, at least initially. This is based on the 50-20-30 guideline, according to which you should try to spend 50% of your income on necessities like rent, food, and utilities, 20% on savings objective, and 30% on optional spendings like holidays and night out. These are merely suggestions, and since your circumstances are peculiar, you must choose for yourself how much you can actually save. But if you are unsure of what a good quantity might be, this is a wonderful place to start. Using a savings rate is considerably more beneficial than utilizing specific amount because your lifestyle differs so greatly from those of the others. Question 5. What's so important about this savings rate? You can determine how much of your salary you save by looking at your savings rate. The more you save, the less money you will have to live on. This is beneficial in two ways. A. If you lost your job or were without an income for a while, it means you will need to eat into your savings less simply because you will need less money to pay your bills. B. The only way to achieve your savings objective faster is by saving more. Question 6. What is my savings rate? If you are aware of your income and savings from the previous month, you may immediately determine your savings rate by just looking at it. The method is made considerably simpler if you keep track of everything you buy and save, but it's okay if you don't and must make assumptions. Find out how much money you spend on savings related items such as contributions to your savings account, retirement provisions, debt repayment and investments to determine your savings rate. Divide the sum of these payments by your overall net income. Your total savings expenses will be $300 if you put aside $50 in your savings account, $100 in your retirement account, $75 to pay off debt, and $75 to invest. If your monthly take-home pay is $2,000, your savings rate is 15%. Question 6. What should I be saving for? A. Emergency funds. For any emergency expenses that are unexpected and that you have to make in the moment, for example when your car or washing machine breaks. B. 3 to 6 months living fund. This will cover your expenses if you suddenly find yourself without an income. C. Specific objective. This can be adapted depending on some of your own personal short-term and long-term plans. And examples are vacation, new car, children's education. D. Retirement. This can be in the form of a retirement fund or your own private investment. Question 8. What are some savings targets I should aim for? Despite the fact that there is no one right answer to how much you should have in your savings, the following are general principles that you can apply to make your own decision. It could be A. 1 full month of expenses. B. 3 full months of expenses. C. 6 full months of expenses. Question 9. Paying off debt, savings, retirement funds, investing. What should I be doing? You need to be involved in just about everything if you want to genuinely protect your financial interests. Yet, it goes without saying that you should probably have a ton of cash on hand to complete everything at once to the full amounts that you would ideally set aside. What then should you be concentrating on? Here is a useful tip that you can use and modify to suit your needs. A. Start doing all of the above. But if you still have other things that are more essentials, start small with those that are less of a priority right now. For example, investing, paying off consumer debt, or saving at least 1 month of expenses. B. Determine how much money you can set aside each month and then divide it up into a percentage for each savings goal, such as 30% for debt repayment, 15% for savings, 10% for retirement fund contribution, and 5% for investment. C. Reevaluate your percentage as well as your monthly total amount you can save every 3 months, and when necessary, readjust. You might choose to cut your percentage to pay off debt to just 40% after you have paid off all of your consumer loans with interest rate over 4%. Then utilize the remaining 30% to increase your savings or to one or more of your other saving goals. D. I'm a big advocate of making plans since without them, those 3 months would pass quickly and be forgotten. So make an appointment with yourself right away. Question 10. Where should I start? A. Start by setting aside a specific portion of your income. It's acceptable to start small if you must. This might only be 3% or 5%. Starting small is preferable to doing nothing at all. B. Establish financial goals and, if possible, open various bank accounts for each one. Saving objective might range from short-term to long-term. C. Choose how much of your monthly savings will go towards each objective, such as allocating 50% to goal A, 30% to target B, 10% to goal C, and another 10% to goal D. D. Begin gradually raising your savings rate until you reach your preferred savings rate. Thank you for watching. If this video has added value to you, kindly click the subscribe button below for more great content like this.